Well, this is the, oh goodness, let me see. It was Nelson, and then it was Queenstown, and then it was Auckland, and then Melbourne, and now the Sunshine Coast, the Gold Coast. This is, how many was that? Five Dream Launch boot camps, and I have to say, I'm the richest person on the world, or on the planet, I should say, because of several reasons. One is that I've got to travel and spend time with our leadership, in particular Michael and Krista. And I want you folks to know that it's been an absolute privilege, and just being around them and witnessing them and listening and observing and learning. And while I've been on the road, I've been earning money. Beautiful thing about this is that we're also able to attend an event and actually help other people. Doesn't matter if they're in our team or not. And so, having done the last 4 events, I'm here to offer my services and support to anyone that would like it. And you know, an example of that is we'll be going out and about, and I love going out and about and meeting folks. So you can actually, you know, call me out, just say when are you going somewhere, or we could go in a group. And what was quite successful was we'd go out in a group, say sometimes it was 4 or 6 people. We'd go to a given area in town, and we'll say, right, we'll split up in pairs, and then we'll go out for say 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but we'll meet back here in say half an hour. And then we'd all go out, have some fun, prospect, give out things, flyers for the events, and then we'd come back and then we'd swap, and somebody else would go out. But by the end of that process, if it went well, I was managing to go out with literally everyone in that environment. What I found was, it's a great exercise by the way, it's a lot of fun, but what I found was the folks that came back to the events, when it came to just calling up their warm market, their contacts, it was so easy. It was far easier calling them. You know, that was it. They were away. So, a couple of insights. One is I recommend you set goals. My personal goal is and will be at the moment a minimum of 10 invites a day at these actual events over the 3 days. So if I've done 5 events, right, that's times 30 per event. That's 150 invites that I would have done on this tour. Right. I'm still in the follow-up and follow-through. I've signed those folks up. You know, it's just ongoing. So I'm just offering this. You don't have to. It might be, I'm going to talk to 1 or 2 people, whatever that is. I'm just offering you that, so that, you know, you might want to do that as well. And hey, if you don't do it, you don't do it. But you wouldn't know if you didn't try. And lastly, a couple of things. One is the preparation that Michael's spoken of. We're looking for a solid team here, yeah. Because if you can appreciate the amount of money invested in actually getting here by all of the leadership is actually quite a lot of money, and that's fine. We're here to be of service. It's an investment. However, what we ask of this group is that you get together, you find out your strengths, and you work together as a team. You build a core team up. Somebody might be really great at this, somebody might be great at that, and then you pull together and you work together as a team to get this market growing, because this market, there's huge wealth in this market. You've just got to tap into it. But what's key is actually having a dedicated and committed team, and the results are just going to be absolutely phenomenal. And so we would be honored if you here, the people that live in this market, would be willing to take that on in some way, shape or form. Take collective responsibility for that, because we see this as a core market. There's Nelson, there's Auckland, there's Melbourne, there's eventually Queenstown, yes, Queenstown, and other areas. If we can sort of step away and just know, oh, that's sorted, and we're all working on a similar format and similar time frames, then can you see how this is all going to grow? Now, lastly, the conference. The conference is coming up in Melbourne, and this is a unique opportunity. David Collister, now $5 billion producer in our industry, is going to be at that event. So what do you think it would be worth to actually get there and get some exposure from David Collister. Do you think it would be worth planning and getting there? And so I invite you to set some goals, set some benchmarks to actually make it to the conference, and we're going to have so much fun. It's just going to be amazing. Back to nuts and bolts. Is everyone aware and prepared about tomorrow? What do you need to bring? You need a cell phone. You need a fully charged cell phone plus a charger. You need your Rolodex or your A5 index or your, maybe your iPhone or laptop calendar and all your contacts, right?
Business cards.
Business cards. Stack of business cards. Whatever you've collected, you want to bring everything you've got so that you can get on the phone, invite people to events. You need the information about the events. You need the flyers. Are we all sorted for the flyers for the event? Yes? No? So
if we want to photocopy flyers,
yeah, we need some flyers photocopied. If somebody could attend to that, and then we'll just let us know the cost, and we'll just buy them up. The key is get them out. And there were thanks, Sebastian, you created those little 4 flyers. If we change the venue, we're going to need to change the details. Yeah.
It's just television.
No. Actually, forgive me. We're just we're not going to do the afternoon meetings. Okay. And why that is that we've realised that it's short notice for a lot of folks. Not many people can actually make it to the afternoon meetings. And if one person shows up when we've got all of our time, we stop in the middle of the day. It literally takes out 2 hours of our working day. What's more important? Working, making calls, signing people up? So we've decided that we will focus on the main event, which is the Telebudget event. So that's what we'll need the flyer for. It's short notice. Apologies for anyone that may not have known about that. But we've discovered that on our last trips. Now, as an alternative, it's not like, let's say you've invited somebody to tomorrow's at that planned meeting. As Michael mentioned, what you can do is show them Mitzi Doolan or Michael's 4-minute brief business or product testimonial on YouTube is absolutely fantastic. And if they're interested, then give Michael or one of us a call and organise a time so they can come and actually meet us at the apartment. That's the option.
So we're finishing at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing after that.
And by the way, you might finish the event at 5, but you're more than welcome to keep inviting. Here's the key. Look, if you can fit, I know you folks, some of you have children, some of you got commitments, but if you can fit in as much time as possible to getting those invites to the main event, that's going to be an outrageous success. We're looking at getting a lot of people there.
And that's the
Telebudget Hotel. We're going to have some flyers hopefully tomorrow if somebody can organise that. Leisure Centre. Can somebody take responsibility for that? The flyers?
Do that?
Anyone? Is anybody able to do that? Get some flyers, black and white.
I'm just
Xerox
because I don't have wheels tomorrow. I'm going to get dropped, and then
okay.
So that's why I feel. Otherwise, I'd volunteer. I know
anybody else?
So, well, let's sort that out before we leave.
Library near here?
Yeah.
I've got one in my bag if someone wants to take it.
Let's sort that out before we leave. And
okay, we'll sort it out right after the meeting.
Great, thank you. And so
it's a good question. How many do we need? Depends on how many each one of you sends you can give away.
Well, just to give you an idea, in Auckland we have
let's let Cliff finish.
Yeah, we'll sort it out after.
Let's let him finish.
And so with that, main thing is that it's going to be a lot of fun. Bring maybe some food, water, your own water, things like that, just to survive the day. No, you'll be fine. And was there anything else just before? Anything else?
Well, where is it?
Oh, now, very good question. 261
Golden Ford Drive.
Golden Ford
right
Drive.
Across from the airport.
Just up from the Belinga Surf.
Is it the last time?
It's immediately next door to the Belinga Surf Club.
Oh, yeah.
And so what we're recommending is the Belinga Surf Club. You can park on the road just a little bit before it or after it or in the parking lot. And what we're recommending you do is walk straight for the beach from the car park, and behind the toilets you'll hit the grass. First left is the frontage of all the apartments. You walk along and it's the second entrance, the second stairs on that set of apartments, and to the right.
It's the far apartment.
Far apartment.
Building right next to the parking lot, it's the far apartment on the ground.
So 261.
261.
Yeah.
And the time that we start is 9.
9 o'clock.
So you want to be there, say,
Apartment 6, isn't it?
8:30.
Is that right? Yeah.
You want to be there from 8:30 on, and we start 9 sharp. All good. That's it. Thank you.